Hi, and welcome to the page for Stories Which Shaped Empires. My name's Claire Garner, and I'm so excited to have you with me. Now, you can scroll through, you can read all the bump, or you can hang out for 2 minutes and listen to my heart and what I have to say about this summit and why it is so important and also so meaningful to me. So today, as it stands, 1st of January, actually, 2025. Multiple businesses. I'm a single mum of 2 amazing girls. I live in one of my dream homes. And I say one of my dream homes because once upon a time, this was the home that I dreamt of. It was the home that I wanted to manifest, but I didn't know how that was going to happen. See, my life was not always like it is today. I spent 15 years in an abusive relationship, which crippled me. It crumbled me and it constricted me to a point where I lived a double life. On the outside, I was this successful entrepreneur with a corporate business which was achieving all of these accolades and was winning awards. And yet when I came home, I would be scared to open my own front door because I wouldn't know what would await me the other side. And that fear every single day, year after year after year, it ate away at me to the point where I didn't recognize myself anymore. I didn't know who I was anymore. And I didn't know how to find myself again. And 5 years ago, I left that relationship. But it wasn't until last year that I was really able to say, you know what, I'm healed now. Because I was still carrying around that shame. I was still carrying around that stigma. I was still hiding myself. I was still playing small. I was still living in the same fear, but a different cage. One that I'd created myself this time. One that consisted of content pillars and fear of what other people might think and worries of if I trigger people and then they're not going to like me. Same stories. All stemming from that relationship and the way that it ate away at my soul and who I was really here to be. Now I'm on the other side. Now I'm able to share about all of these things, all of these situations, all of these experiences that I had because I know who they made me. They made me who I am today. They gave me resilience. They gave me strength. They gave me courage. They gave me determination. They gave me grit. Most of all, they gave me a permission slip to be me because I know what it's like to pretend to be someone else, to hide yourself, to kind of shrink yourself, right? Stay in the shadows. Because if you don't kick up a fuss, if you're not visible, if you're not seen, then hopefully nothing bad will happen. And I know that if you're here, you're going to resonate with this story in some way or another because you have also overcome adversity. Whether that's abuse, whether that's trials and tribulations of your own, it can be anything because adversity comes in many variations and many different shapes and forms. And this is not a competition, right? It's not like my story is worse than yours. It's about who it made you today. Because I see every single day in my world, women dimming their light, playing small, shrinking themselves. And all of this stems from the fear of being seen, from the fear of rejection, from the fear of abandonment, from the fear of judgment. And it all stems from that story of their own adversity, the things that are still keeping them shackled. And that is what this summit is about. It's about changing that. It's about transmuting that and transforming that, alchemizing that. And I want to know your story, how you alchemized your own pain into your purpose, how you turned that part of your life that probably felt really heavy and really dark, and how it's now the torch that fires your flame. I want you to share this story because these are the stories which matter. These are the stories which go untold. These are the stories which so often as leaders, we sweep under the rug and we kind of forget about them. And every now and then we might touch on them, but we never go deep. We never really relive the moments. We never really show our audience just what we've overcome. And when we show them that, when we share that, they are able to see themselves in that. They are able to borrow our strength. They're able to tap into our courage. They're able to give themselves a green light and say, wow, okay, if they can do it, I can do it too. Look at what they've overcome. There's no reason why I can't do that as well. That's what this summit is all about. So if you're ready to get deep, to get real, to get raw, and to get more vulnerable than ever before, I want to hear your story. I want you to go down, hit apply to speak, and let's get you part of this legendary speaker lineup. This is not just a summit. This is part of a movement, the Real and the Raw Leaders movement. This is changing the paradigm of leadership. This is changing the online space for future generations to come. This is trailblazing, pioneering a new path, a new way of showcasing the human behind the perception, because you know what? We're all the same. We are all the same. And the more that people like you and me open back the curtains and show our true selves, our true stories, really peel back those layers, that's when people connect with us. That's when people feel us. And that's when we inspire them to take action. And after all, that's what it's all for, right? I believe that we all choose our own journeys, that we experience the things that we are able to cope with, that we're able to alchemize, and that we're then able to help others through the other end. That's what this summit is about. So if this lights you up, if you want to be part of something amazing, something groundbreaking, something that means something that you can be proud of, then I would love to have you involved. Go down, hit apply to speak now, and I cannot wait to see you on the other side.